This is the Zhiyun Crane. I've had this guy for about a year. I wanted to share with you my thoughts on it, what I like, what I don't like. So if you're looking at buying it, maybe I can help you make a decision. If that's something you think you're interested in, carry on watching. So first off, thank you for watching today. If you like this kind of thing and you want to see some of the videos I've done before with a ton more videos coming soon, just hit that subscribe button down below just there. So my wife and I bought this about a year ago for our wedding company, and it was about $1,000 at the time. 850 US. Now you can get it for like 500 US, 450 US. I've even seen it as low as 400 during Black Friday of this year, which is an insanely crazy cheap price for what it is that you get. It's the one thing I'd say that improved our videos probably the most. So this thing will literally take your videos like next level. Compared to not having it, the difference is huge. Like, it really does change the look of your videos. It just makes everything look a lot more cinematic, a lot more professional. For the amount of money you can get for it now, it's a no-brainer. So what do I like about this thing? Well, first off, it's a cinematic stabilizer. Stabilizer, gimbal, they're the same thing. People just call them different things. It smooths out all of your footage completely, so you don't have any little jitters, any shakes, any movement. It's completely buttery smooth video. Battery life is incredible. Inside the handle, it takes 2 of these batteries. I have no idea what kind of batteries these are. They're made by Zhiyun. How do you pronounce this? Is it Zhiyun? Zhiyun? I've heard lots of different ways. I always call it a Zhiyun. Yeah, let me know down below how you actually pronounce it, because I have no idea. But these batteries are incredible. I use this to shoot weddings. I shot 2 weddings, one weekend after another. Typical wedding day is about 10 to 12 hours. During that, you're probably filming 3 to 4 hours non-stop. I forgot to charge the batteries one week, and it lasted me those 2 entire weddings, and even at the end, no problems. Battery was still going. So battery life is incredible. I've never heard anyone complain about the battery life on these things. When you buy it, actually comes with 2 sets, so you have 1 set as a backup, and you probably be good to go for like a week. Ease of use. This thing is so easy to use. I'm gonna show you right now. Like, it's not balanced properly, but it will still work. You turn it on, and that's it. It's on, it just balances itself. Like, you move it around and you do what you want with it, and it works. You basically point it in the direction you want it to go, and it smooths out all the stuff for you. There are different modes that you can use on it. I just use the one that when you turn it on, it's kind of defaults to. You turn it left, it turns left. You turn it right, it turns right. You want to move it up and down, left and right, like, it just kind of works. Joystick on the back there, you can use it to kind of tilt up and down if you want to. Sometimes if you want to do like a crazy cinematic shot, like come down as you're panning, you can do that. You use the joystick and it controls for you. So easy to use. I've shot pretty much an entire wedding just using this. My wife was using another camera, but for all the close-ups, all the moving shots, so I keep mine balanced, ready to go all the time. I screw the handle on with the batteries in, and it's set up to use with both the Sigma 30mm and the Rokinon 12mm, which I'm filming with right now. Those lenses weigh about the same, so I can just change the lenses around, get a different length, and don't really have to rebalance it at all. It's a little bit off, but this will compensate for that. So no problems if it's slightly not balanced properly. As I said again, it takes your footage to the next level. The quality of image that you get from this is incredible. So cinematic, so smooth. You can be walking along, you can be turning, moving around, running, jumping. Like, it's still so smooth. And yeah, I can't comment enough on how much I like the footage that you get from this thing. You can make anything cinematic, like anything at all. Let's pick something really boring and I'll shoot it right now and make it cinematic. Let's go. When I bought this thing about a year ago, it was like 1,000 Canadian, which is like 850 US. Now you can get it for a lot cheaper than that, so it's even more of a bargain. I know there's a V2 of the Crane 1, and there's also a Zhiyun Crane 2 as well, which do have different features, different design handle, different mount, but they're a lot more money. For what you get with this, you might find that this thing is enough. Like, it's a lot less money. You're gonna get the same basic footage from it. It's just a little bit of the features. It can support a little bit more weight. But if you're using something like a Sony mirrorless or even a lighter DSLR, you might find this guy is more than enough for what you need, and why pay the extra money? Build quality is incredible. It's been thrown in and out of my bag in a backpack. It's made of metal here. Like, it's tough. It's a really nice black. Yeah, it does scratch up a little bit, but it makes it look used. It gives it character. The buttons are solid, your little rubber joystick on there. Everything is firm, it's solid. Once it's all tightened up, it doesn't move. No complaints with the build quality. It has a nice little grippy handle, and everything is kind of smooth. So I've been raving about it, but what don't I like about it? The main thing I don't like about it, and it's not really now, it's when I first got it, is it's tough to balance. If you're not sure how to balance it, it can take quite a long time to figure out the actual way to do it. I made a video, as I said, I'll link it up here. I got a lot of hate because I didn't balance it properly. I wasn't knowing how to balance it properly at the time. I've since learned. I've learned as well that it doesn't need to be 100% balanced. It will counteract if it's slightly off. It's designed to do that. But yeah, one of the biggest things that I didn't like when I first got it was how complicated it was to balance. And I learned that it's easier to just leave it balanced in your bag. That way you can turn it on when you're ready to use it and it's good to go. You don't need to balance it every time, because you could spend like 20 minutes, half an hour balancing it if you don't know what you're doing, which is kind of annoying. That's a long amount of time. You want to be able to just pick it up and use it. So yeah, pre-balance it. You are required to walk like a bit of an idiot to be able to use it. You gotta kind of walk like a duck, like keep the smooth movement, keep your arms close to your body, kind of bend at the knees. You look like an idiot. But if you don't do it like that, if you're just walking normally, you're gonna see a little bit of motion up and down. It's gonna be smooth motion up and down, but there's gonna be a little bit of motion up and down. Occasionally I find I turn it on and it'll be slightly crooked, a little bit to the left I find. I have tried rebalancing it properly, I have tried recalibrating it on a computer, and it just doesn't seem to really ever do anything. Don't know why it does it. It's easy to fix. You just double click the joystick and you can kind of tilt it manually to get it to the right level, and then it's good to go. It's just kind of annoying sometimes. You'll turn it on, you want to use it, and it's slightly crooked. Some tips for you having used it for a year. Put a plate on it, and what I mean by a plate is, I use Manfrotto RC2 plates, maybe I think they're called. Screw one to the bottom, whatever you use, Arca plates, Manfrotto plates, whatever it is, so that you have one attached to, I have one attached to all of my gear, that way everything can just kind of click in and click out, whatever I want to use. Nice to have one on the bottom, because if you want to have something to balance it on, you just lock it in, and now I have a base, and my hands are free. So I can just properly balance it. A lot easier to do it that way. If you attach like a tripod or a Joby Gorilla Pod in this case, it gives you a little bit more reach. You can go a lot further. You kind of look ridiculous. I find I've used that a couple of times for things. If it's connected to a tripod, it kind of gives you an arm, and yeah, it gives you a little bit more reach. You can move around a little bit easier, and I like doing that sometimes. So who should buy this thing? Really, anybody that has the money, that is looking to kind of get that next level in terms of filmmaking, make their footage look a little bit better. For the amount of money that you spend on this and the return that you get from it, I think it's a massively positive investment, a great thing to purchase. Wedding filmmakers, travel filmmakers, I've seen people vlog with it. It's pretty heavy. I don't know if I'd want to do that, but it's an option for you. Basically, anyone that makes films and wants smooth cinematic footage, it's a great purchase, especially this version now. As I said before, there's the newer ones, they cost more money. Essentially, they do the same thing. So that's my thoughts on this, having used it for a year. I hope I've helped you make a decision. I'm gonna show you a few clips now of some things that I've shot that I'm really happy with. If you like this video today, hit that like button down below and subscribe to me as well if you'd be so kind. I got a lot more videos like this coming, a lot of stuff I've already done. If you wanna check that out, hit my name, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.